Good morning students. Welcome back to the video lecture series on data structure subject. In this video I will be explaining about the construction of threaded binary tree. These are the course outcomes of data structure subject. So we can define the threaded binary tree based on the disadvantages of a binary tree. So binary tree has following disadvantages, that is, more than 50% of the link fields of binary tree have the null values. Hence, more memory is wasted by storing null values when we are storing the binary tree into the memory. The second disadvantage is traversing a binary tree is time consuming because it uses a stack. We have a recursive call for the traversals of a binary tree. Then the third disadvantage is in binary tree only downward movements are possible. We can move from root node to the leaf node, but we cannot go upwards. So that is a disadvantage. So these three disadvantages are overcome in threaded binary tree. Threaded binary tree can be defined as a binary tree whose link field with null values are replaced with the address of another node. So memory wastages can be reduced. So the another node is maybe the next node or the previous node. The memory wastage can be reduced by doing this practice. So these extra links facilitates upward movements into the tree. That is, from leaf node you can go to the root node. And these links are called as threads and they are denoted by dotted line in a threaded binary tree. A tree having these dotted lines which are allowing you to move upward from leaf node to the root node are called as the threaded binary trees. In threaded binary tree, based on the traversal, three types of threaded binary trees are possible. In threaded binary tree, pre-threaded binary tree, post-threaded binary tree. In the first type, that is in threaded binary tree, the in-order traversal of a binary tree may be used to find the in-order successor or in-order predecessor for the generation of the threads. In pre-threaded binary tree, pre-order traversal is used to find the predecessor node or the successor node for the node having the links as nulls to replace it with the threads. In post-threaded binary tree, the post-order traversal is used to find the predecessor node or successor node for the particular node having its link field to be null. In the in-threaded binary tree, as we discussed in the previous slide, the in-order traversal is used to find the successor node or the predecessor node. In in-threaded binary tree, there are two types, left in-threading and right in-threading. First we will discuss about the left in-threaded binary tree. In a binary tree, if a left link of any node contains a null character or a null value, then it is replaced by in-order predecessor. In-order predecessor means you have to traverse that entire binary tree using in-order technique and you have to find the node which is having its left link to be null. For that node, its previous node is known as the in-order predecessor. So that node can be used to create a thread. Then the resulting tree having such types of threads is called as left in threaded binary tree. Now we will consider one example binary tree which is shown in the figure, which has a root node A, two children B and C, B has a single child D, C has two children E and F, E has a single left child G. Now when we want to perform the in-threaded binary tree, first we have to start with the left in-threaded binary tree. So to perform the threading, we have to traverse the tree in in-order traversal. The in-order traversal has three steps. Traverse the left subtree in in-order, visit the root node, traverse the right subtree in order. So the in-order sequence can be represented by LVR sequence. When we perform the in-order traversal on the given tree shown in the figure, then we get the sequence as D, B, A, E, G, C, F. So we can observe that A, as it is an in-order traversal, A is in the middle. All the nodes in the left subtree are on the left side of A. All the nodes in the right subtree of A are on the right side of the A. So we can say that whatever the sequence we have got is the perfect in-order traversal of the tree. Then H indicates the header node. Now in this tree there are 3 nodes having its left link to be null. Those are D. So as it is null, we want to replace it with a thread. As D is the first node, it is not having its predecessor node. So it should be connected to the header node, which is represented by H in the figure. So we have a link from D to H, dotted link, that is a thread. Now next node which is having its left link to be null is E. So in the in order sequence, before E we have a node A. So we can have the thread from E to A be represented by dotted line, which is known as a thread. Like this we can replace the null links with the threads. Now next node which is having its left link to be null is G. Before G in the in order sequence we have the node E. So we can set up a link, dotted link, which is known as the thread between G to E. Now next node which is having its left link to be null is F. Before F we have C in the in order sequence. So we can have the dotted line coming from F and joining C, which is known as a thread. So here the left in threaded binary tree is created. As discussed in the previous slide, the in order predecessor node is used to create the left in threaded binary tree. So we can see that D is having its left link to be null, it is joined to the header node. Then E is having its left link to be null, it is joined to its in order predecessor node A. G is having its left link to be null, it is joined to E by a red color dotted line, as E is a in order predecessor for G. Now next is F, which is having its left link to be null. So it is replaced with a thread shown by red color dotted line joining from F to C, because C is a in order predecessor node for F. So this is how you can create a left in threaded binary tree. The C statements for C language statement for left in threaded binary tree is shown here. Struct node, then open the bracket, int info. Next is to right link and the left link, which are shown by struct node star L link, struct node star R link. Then you have one special field called as int LT thread, left thread. So which will have a value 1 if the node has a thread. It will have a value 0 if there is no thread for that particular node. Then the typecasting can be done by writing type def struct node capital node. The right in threaded binary tree can be created in a binary tree if its right link of any node contains a null character or a null value. It is replaced by an in order successor node. Then the resulting tree is called as a right in threaded binary tree. To create a right in threaded binary tree, we consider the same example as previous one, but here we are searching for the nodes having its right link to be null, and for those nodes we are creating the threads. To create the thread we are using the in order sequence, in that the successor node. So we first perform the in order traversal on the given binary tree. The in order sequence is LVR. When we apply these 3 steps for individual nodes, we get the sequence D, B, A, E, G, C, F and H. H is the header node here. So we have to create a left in threading here. So we have to search for the nodes who have its right link to be null. So we have the first node D, which is having its right link to be null. The in order successor of D is B. So we can have a thread from D to B as shown in the traversal with an arrow. Now next node which is having its right field to be null is B. The in order successor for B is A as shown in the in order sequence. So we can draw the dotted line from B to A, which is known as a thread. Now next node which is having its right field to be null is G. Then in order successor for G is C. So we can draw the thread from G to C. Now the next node which is having its right field to be null is F. Then there is no in order successor, so it is joined to the header node, and in order successor it is represented as H. So this is how the right-in threading can be performed on the given binary tree, and that it can be converted, or it is known as right-in threaded binary tree. Now whatever we have explained in the previous slide, wherever the nodes having its right field to be null, the in order successor is found and we are drawing the thread to that particular node. That is done and it is shown in the figure here. So D is having its right field to be null, so it is shown by a dotted line to B, which is known as a thread. Now next is B. B has its right link to be null, so its in order successor is A, so you have a red dotted line from B to A. Now next node is G, which is having its right link to be null, so we have a dotted line from G to C, because C is a in order successor for G. Now next node is F, which is having its right field to be null, so but there is no in order successor for node F, so it should be joined to the header node, and it is done in the figure using a dotted line, which is known as a thread. So once we join all the right link null to their successor nodes, the tree is called as right-in threaded binary tree, as it is shown in the figure. Now the C structure or the C statement for this is given below here. It starts with the keyword struct, int info, struct node star L link to represent the left link, struct node star R link which represents the right link. Then we have int RT thread, the field which will give you either a 0 or 1 value, and it is used to represent the thread for the node. If thread is drawn for that particular node, it will have a value 1, otherwise this field will have a value 0. Next is typecasting may be done by writing type def struct node star capital node. So this is how the right-in threaded binary tree can be created. In the previous slides we have shown you both the type of threading, right-in threading and left-in threading. When we perform both the things together in one tree, then that particular tree is called as in-threaded binary tree, where the in-order sequence is used to have the left-in threading as well as right-in threading, so that both the threadings are combined in the shown figure. That is, F is having the right and left link to be null, so they are joined to their successor and predecessor node. Similarly, G is having its right and left link to be null, both are joined to, the thread is created to join to their predecessor node and the successor node. So like this, the figure shows the in-threaded binary tree, and it is represented in the C structure by including two extra fields, int LT thread and int RT thread. These two fields will have a value 1 once there is a thread applied on that particular node. It will take a value 0 when there is no threading done in the binary tree. So the figure shows the final representation of in-threaded binary tree. So this is how you can represent the threaded binary tree pictorially. Thank you students for your patience listening on threaded binary tree.